This is your control tower speaking. Thank you for catching this red-eye flight. Now please, sit back, relax, and enjoy some late-night conversation with your Captain Carla.
Welcome to Red-Eye Flights. I'm your Captain Carla, and here's where we're going to have all our late-night conversations where we can sit back, relax, and have some good old-fashioned girl talk. With my brother. All right.
Okay.
Let's hear some jet lag. My brother wants to go.
Oh, yeah. Well, as you can tell, my jet lag is that I was happily in bed, and my three lovely sisters made me come on the podcast.
You're
so I'm
welcome.
excited to spend time with everybody.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Since you were a baby, we've been dragging
me into events. But
I would wake
boy.
you up in your crib.
yeah.
This poor
I'd
man
poke
was
at you
asleep.
and run away.
Yeah.
This poor man was asleep in his bed, and I said, "No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
We are going to do some jet lag today."
Yeah.
So his jet lag, we already heard.
And I'm also actually
my jet lag is, guys, passengers, we are in Georgia, and it is hot ASF. Leanne, you know what to do. It is ridiculous. My hair is frizzy, and I am here enjoying my fabulous self, looking all kinds of crazy. Give it to me, Yvonne. What's your jet lag?
To continue with that, the frizz. My hair, as you can see, has got flyaways everywhere, no matter what I did to it. I mean, on the regular, it's frizzy, but this is extra frizzy.
Honestly, I think you look really good.
That's my jet lag.
All right, Stace. What is
I don't
it?
even know. And that is great.
Posture. Okay. Let's unpack that passenger.
They told me to sit up straight. And I'm too straight.
Let's unpack it. So my poor brother slouches because he's a tall man. He's a tall man. So our control tower, we have Maddie and Leanne. And Leanne brought him a pillow, and he is firm. And it bothered our flight attendant. It bothered our flight attendant. All right.
I feel like I'm normally sitting up straight, and he's like,
Hey guys, don't forget if you haven't liked and subscribed, this is the time. So we are enjoying some time together. We are all together, my siblings. We have our eldest Yvonne, then Stacy, then I, and then our brother. We are all here in the same segment. Congratulations, the Kerchesky kids. Now he's laying down. Look at us go. We are killing it. We're all here because our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful control tower, Leanne, is graduating. So we are all here to celebrate her, and we are going to post pictures. We're going to show everything that we've done here in Atlanta. Kennesaw. You know what I mean. But we're all here.
We're in the burbs.
We're in the suburbs. And today we just enjoyed her beautiful party that my sister threw. It was a success. It was absolutely amazing. So I want to ask my siblings, where the fuck are we in our lives today?
Get over it.
This is Leanne, let them fucking know. Where are we in our life? Me and Yvonne we are behaving on our side of the table. Where are we in our life today? Tell us, Yvonne, where are you? What does life look like for you today?
Okay, well, according to the stereotypes, I should be in midlife crisis, divorced, wondering what to do with myself. But not the case for me. I have to say that I am blessed.
Because you also had a graduation.
I did. My
nephew.
eldest stepson has turned 18. He graduated class of 2025 with his associate's degree as well as his high school diploma. He's on his way to Arizona Grand Canyon University, where he got a full ride, and so we're all proud of him there. So that's a new chapter for him as well as Peter. He couldn't believe that he has a graduate. And for me, of course, that's, different in as far as my mind space, because I'm just his cheerleader along the way. part of his village. But, you know, when Noah becomes that graduate, of course, I'll understand in a different light. But, you know, Noah just turned 13. He's officially a teenager. And we're entering a whole nother world, as my sisters tell me. I've always learned from them. I've always learned from them.
Noah is my baby. I don't know if I've ever expressed on podcast how much this boy means to me. He is my whole heart and soul. And when I feel like I'm losing myself, my sweet Noah always brings me back. He is my baby. He's my baby.
Yes. And
I'm his Nina.
I am glad that he has his own village that he, you know, can call and text and experience. He's not here for this trip, and he was a little bit sad about that. But he helped hold the fort down with Peter and Nicholas.
Which is so cool because yesterday I call my village, Chris and Jack, and they had Noah.
Yes. So Noah will make sure that he makes his rounds. Yes.
So give it to me, Stace. Where are you at right now?
I am in a totally different
Yes, you are. You sure are. Why are we even here in Georgia?
I know my baby girl,
Our control
Leanne,
tower.
has graduated high school and she is headed to the Navy, which I am super proud of. And she is leaving my nest. Ready or not, here we come.
With good posture.
It was good. Impeccable posture. And my son is 16, just started driving. So
Let me pause for just a quick second. Chris, my nephew from my sister, took us on a joyride, and he is so precious. I cannot even
he has a
handle.
big old lifted Bronco.
He has what year is it?
I don't know.
Who knows?
95.
1995 Bronco.
Okay.
And he took us for a joyride, and so it's crazy because my sister is literally, we bunked in the same room till we were 18, and she left and had this beautiful life, and then she has these beautiful babies, and then Chris is my godson. And he's driving. And
He drove our mama around today.
He sure did. He surely did. He grabbed our mama smooth landing, got into the car of Chris, and they went on a joyride. And it was so precious because I took a picture. We will post it
It's funny because my son is tall. He drives a lifted Bronco on 37s with no stairs, like steps. So,
and it's so cute because he just throws his hand out.
So we short people have to crawl into the vehicle.
Push my butt.
So he usually gets in, and then he gets his hand out for me, and then he lifts me in.
It's so precious because he knows exactly what to do.
Yeah. So today we witnessed Mom crawling in the vehicle.
I told her to wait. I turned to them. So one of them was calling me, and I was like, okay, Mom, you wait here for a second, then I'll go ahead and help you in. I look away for 5 seconds. If you know my mom, this makes sense. And 5 seconds later, she's crawling into the Bronco, and all of us had
Chris
a good
is
laugh.
Such a gentleman.
Yeah.
Such a gentleman.
He yanks her in. I start laughing hysterically instead of helping my mom.
Yes.
It was
We
so
all
loud.
laughed, and I got in my car and was like,
It was hysterical.
have fun.
All right, Steve,
yeah.
where are you at?
This is a pivotal year.
Pivotal year. Is that not the craziest thing?
Yeah. So last June I got engaged to my now fiance Bailey.
I was randomly there. We already heard Bailey's story. On a different REDEYE, we heard Bailey's story.
Yeah. I got lucky enough that she said yes. And this October, I'm like, she gets mad at me, I gotta remember the day. No, I'm just kidding. October 4th, we will be getting married, and I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I found out that wedding, the groom is just along for the ride. I say yes to whatever she wants, and that's it.
I know. In
There you
a
go.
previous Red Eye, we were discussing how it was my brother's wedding, but honestly, no. I think it's Bailey's wedding, and my
yeah.
brother's along for the ride.
You have your
Yeah.
moments. It's a it's a give and take.
I mean, honestly, I want to know where everyone's at in this world. Like we, like Bonnie, me, and Stacy have already gotten married. We've had these wonderful, beautiful weddings. If you can go back and do it again, would you just elope?
No.
I 100% would. 100%. I think Elvis would be the best.
Our stories are so funny. Like Patrick,
Yes.
the groomsman who rolled down the stairs.
Oh my
Yes.
God. No.
Yes.
Let's
Right in
unpack
front of
that.
me.
Let's
Yeah.
unpack
I
that.
was hearing one of Patrick's cousins singing, and we were like, "Is the song ever gonna end?" I mean, it was like beautiful, and then we were like, "Take the mic."
Okay.
And Khalifa rolled.
Okay, he locked his knees and he rolled down the steps. And it's funny because to this day, it is still funny.
See, that we would never have that.
We wouldn't have.
And-
You know, I love that your wedding was so it was our first wedding in the family. So
Yeah.
it's Bonnie, Stacy, me, and then Steve. And Stacy got married first. Our girl.
Gosh, it's been a while.
And it was
So
fantastic.
it was 2 kids trying to make a wedding with everybody's input. And then it was just like, I don't know, we just want to get married. The cake was great.
It
The
was
cake
great.
was great.
And it was what Patrick wanted.
Patrick
a fountain.
wanted- yes.
And so Stacy got married, and she had this wonderful Southern wedding where all of Patrick's family decided to pass the mic around, and they were all singing.
Mhm.
Now we're Smooth Landing, Red Eye. We are accustomed to the Mexican culture. We don't pass mics around and let everybody and their mother sing. It ain't for us. And everybody was singing and singing and then singing and then singing some more.
And then some speeches that were
speeches that made it was crazy.
confusing.
And she
And
had
then crying.
there was crying.
I was part of the crying.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
She was my
And I don't
roomie.
even, there was no drinking.
There was
No!
no.
I
There
was
was
soberly
a dry
crying.
wedding.
That was sober, and it was amazing, and it was crazy because
But it was
that.
beautiful and it was fun memories.
It was beautiful.
It was,
Their
it was
wedding-
a fun, totally appropriate.
What are you
wedding.
celebrating now? How many years?
20.
20 years. Smooth Landing, Red Eye. This is crazy. We
20
are.
years.
That's a beautiful sentiment.
Mhm.
Our
So as
control
he's
towers.
planning his, I'm in
0
my
years.
20s.
We look back on ours. Yeah.
So, and then I bring back, I really want to say that our passengers, they were celebrating their 10 years when Chris and I got married.
Yeah.
Because they were 10 years, and then Chris and I were barely celebrating our marriage. And we did not have a similar kind of wedding. It was very, we had like 60 guests. It was very fun. And Stacey's wedding was amazingly fun.
It was an intimate party.
It was very
It
intimate.
was
Both
very nice.
yours and mine
Yeah.
was very intimate.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely beautiful and different in its own sentiment. And we were celebrating our wedding when they were celebrating their 10. And now we're both, so she's celebrating 20 years and Chris and I are celebrating 10. And then now Yvonne comes in. And my most favorite part of Yvonne's wedding was I was the officiant. I married my sweet girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a good track record, passengers. I want you to know. I have married 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are all still married to this day. I'm going to ride that ride. Until one of them divorce, I'm going to ride that ride. Everybody is still married and ready to roll.
Mhm.
You had a beautiful wedding.
Yeah, it was intimate in its own. There was only 50 people. But because it
felt
required
like
people
more.
to
It felt
travel.
like more. Yeah, it really did. I
I had
had
the family was in 50.
We roll deep. Just us
Woo!
alone is
Yes,
25.
we sure did.
Yeah, like the
Mhm.
family alone was a
And
lot.
then, okay, so that's where we're at. Everybody is in a different state right now. So Stacy is sending off her firstborn to the Navy. Steve's barely getting married. My baby girl is starting to drive. So that's where we're at. Everybody's in different stages. So this one's sending off one to Arizona.
It's crazy when they start driving.
I can't handle it.
Like it's a whole different world.
I can't
and then
handle
it's
it.
like right now I feel like, what do I do? You know?
Exactly like
because they both just like they go. You know, it used to be like, oh, we got to take them there and go here and go there and do this, and now I'm just like, okay.
Well, I guess I stay home while they go do this and this and this and that.
No, I'm like, I guess I'll go to the store and
make dinner.
Yeah.
I genuinely wanted to ask each of you guys, because you are my siblings and you are my life and soul. Who are we without our kids? And Steve doesn't have kids yet. He doesn't have kids just yet, but we'll get to that in a second. So who are we without our kids? So do we have hobbies? Like, what's your hobby?
Writing and reading.
This one never gets away from it.
It's so funny because you were not like that kid in school that was like,
no,
I'm
that's
gonna go
the
to class
irony.
and I'm gonna write an essay.
That's the irony.
I'm gonna ditch the class.
I'm
and
gonna-
go to the essay.
But I always wrote.
I'm gonna
even
threaten
when I
someone to write the essay.
Yeah, even when I wasn't in class, though, I was still writing. Remember, like I would write
You
in
would always
my
write.
notebooks.
You would,
even
but it wasn't like assignment. Like, it was
no,
just like your
it
own
was
Right.
like
personal-
free
yeah,
writing,
your own
creative
thoughts.
writing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but
And
that's
better.
more for like my mental. When I think about hobbies, I think
What's your
about
hobby?
I think about things that help, calm my mind.
Yes,
release
exactly what
my
a
soul.
hobby should be.
But if it's writing and reading, if I'm not in the mood for that, then I go on my walk with my dog, listen to my music for sure.
No. Summer girl. You
Yeah,
gotta
like
say, Summer is her dog, and she is absolutely what this one needed.
Yeah.
She is
She's gonna be 7
such
this
a
year.
sweet girl. She
Mhm.
is such a sweet girl. Her name is Summer. I had the twin to her, which was Winter, and Winter was not a good fit. I don't care what anyone said, but she was not a good fit.
That's such a nice way to put it. As an asshole.
She was not a good fit, and she had to find her way back to her home.
Yeah, and I couldn't take her at that time. But Summer stuck and she became my baby. She is, she'll be 7 in June in like a couple weeks.
She's beautiful.
And yeah, so anytime I get to take her out with me, but even when we go on walks and stuff sometimes, and I have an extended walk, Peter knows, like if I take my backpack with me, that means that I'll be gone for a little bit. It's more than a walk.
I want to
Because
know more.
What's in a
Yeah.
backpack?
my books and
Oh, okay.
my
I was
notebook.
like, what's that?
Yeah, and
I'm
and her and I will just
Overnight?
park it.
How long we talking?
We'll park it at the park, and I'll tie her around my ankle, and she'll just sit down, relax, and then I'll sit
She's
and pull out
such a
my
good
book,
girl. She's
or if
such
I
a
feel
good
like
girl.
writing, I'll write, or whatever. I just the time where I can just have my own thoughts, and I'm not worrying about anyone's dinner schedule.
Amen, sister.
Anything like
Amen.
that. I can just worry about me. But, that only comes to me like 2 times a week. So
Okay, Stacey, what is your hobby besides your children?
I think it's like a hobby, but also maybe kind of not a good one. It's my yard.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a freaking great one.
Not the way she does it.
I know.
Your control tower said no.
Because I become obsessed, and then I'm just like, this patch won't grow. Why? What's happening? And then it's
All right, passengers, let
so
me
I'm
let
that
you know.
crazy lady in the yard talking to my grass.
Let me let you know
What you
that
wrote.
there's going to be an age where that's it. Your yard is your hobby. It don't matter who you are, what you are, where you are. That is going to be
It
who
is.
you
It's
become.
like,
You wake up on a Saturday and it's in your bones to just go out and do yard work.
but it's every day.
Now, it changes from Saturdays to every day.
I know.
You know,
well, because I am blessed. I am a stay-at-home mom. So
amen.
So
and that's a hard job.
It is.
That's a hard job.
It is a hard job. So I wake up, and after my babies and Patrick goes on his own way, I'm like, let's take a peek at the yard. Both yards. And then I say,
let's stop and tell a Patrick story when the yard becomes a hospital visit.
Oh my God.
This was
it's always a hospital
who is
visit.
our residential dodo bird.
I am not outdoorsy. I am not like a medic. I am not any of the like a cop. However, I have
Medic,
to become,
whatever.
I have to become all of them all the time.
Okay, so Patrick was doing a simple
I am not a
yard
landscaper.
detail. He was doing like
we were building part of a wall, and he was cutting the
rebar.
So he was cutting it, and we're never safe, you know. I mean, we are, but we're not.
I mean, how safe can you be when you're using, you know, it's a tough call because you're using a super high power.
Saws are involved.
Saws, yeah.
And so he was cutting it, and it's like it backfired.
It backfired. That's exactly the word he is.
And it cut his artery.
Artery. Passengers, this is a whole ass artery. Like, this is not just your... you know, oh, well, there it is, you know.
Might need stitches. No, this is like, we need a hospital. So he comes to me and he's holding his arm, and I'm like, what do you need?
She was painting so happy.
I was painting my door, trying again. I'm just out there doing random stuff every day. You never know, I'm going to be on the roof pressure washing. I love pressure washing. But like, so we get in, my kids are inside, and I'm just like, call your grandma, we're on our way to the hospital. By the way, there's no door on the back door. So we go, and I'm tourniqueting him, and I'm driving.
Okay, pause. Tourniquet. Okay, passengers, I want you to know, shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Shit hits the fan.
Blood hits the fan.
Blood hits the fan. This one has tourniquets all around her house. Now, this is important because I feel like we all need to start following in steps.
I thought that was a normal thing.
Nope, it's not. I don't have a tourniquet around my house. This is my tourniquet.
Well, it's a normal for our house. Apparently.
Well, okay, so tourniquet is a device that you on the wound, and so crank it, and then it kind of stops the bleeding where it's at.
You put it above.
Oh, you put it above. Okay, so say he's cut here, you're gonna put it here.
So
high as you can go.
As high as you go. Mira, Control Tower Leanne said as high as you can go. So we're going to go higher. And then you're going to cut off the circulation so the blood stops. So our sweet flight attendant, this beauty right here.
The clumsiest of us all. I'm trying to drive.
I tried not to say it myself.
The clown of the group.
Because you know she gives us bangers all day long.
I'm trying to drive, and my husband is passing out. Blood is pouring out of my car.
And he has
everywhere.
the tourniquet on and everything.
And I'm tightening it, trying to drive. And we thank God I got him there.
You got him there to the hospital.
I vomited, called my mother-in-law. And then we came, and thank God everybody was fine. Everything was well. Came back, finished the yard work.
Moral of the story, Patrick's still alive. All thanks to our
the yard is nice and trim. Door is painted.
And that's where hobbies go wrong.
He left a nugget in there. When he told the story today, he said he was right back as soon as he got home.
Oh my God, he came back after literally bleeding to death in the hospital. Came back and finished the rebar. It's crazy. I don't know how he does it. He's crazy. He's a freak of nature. He's beautiful. And we're going to post a picture.
I think that's why I have to just I adapt. I'm just I don't know.
This beauty is so unfathomed by anything. Like I'll tell her, I passed out in the middle of this and that or whatever. Anyways. You know, no bitch, that was crazy.
Did you dust it off and finish shopping?
Near-death experience and all of this?
I know. Steve, so tell us, where are you at? What hobbies does one have at this point in life?
Shoot.
Flag football.
Because you're in the thick of it. You're like,
Okay,
working,
let's again, everybody needs to know our age for reference.
Yeah.
Yvonne?
41.
I am 37. I'm about to be 38 in August.
Sounds like you were 38.
No,
But
bitch,
it's not
I'm
August
37.
No.
I'm 39.
And I'm 28, and I was told today by Leanne that that's old. I'm used to calling them the old ones.
David, welcome to the club.
I'm like, God, where's my cane? Do I get a walker to introduce to the geriatric world?
Hey, I want you to know, passengers, that we were at Leanne's graduation, and these two sweet little angels were like, Sir, is anyone sitting here? And then he was like, no. And they sat originally next to him, and then they moved down. He's the stinky old guy now.
Yeah. Gosh, the closer you get to 30, you become the stinky old guy.
It is what it is, passengers. It is what it is. Okay, so Steve, tell us, what is a hobby without children look like?
Honestly, just hanging out with Bailey lately. I mean, we're in like that transition phase where all our friends are still single. And if they're not single, they still want to be the young, going to bars, hanging out, doing all that. And we're like, oh man, today was rough at work. You want to watch a movie? Or there's this new crime documentary based on a true story. Let's watch it. We're like, man, that's exciting. And then we see all our friends out at the new local bar, and we're like, gosh, sucks for them. I'm watching about Richard Rodriguez.
It reminds me of guess what just came out on Netflix?
It really is that, passengers.
Or
It
the
really
Red
is.
Box.
Yeah. Oh my God. When the Red Box was first out, it was our shit.
Yeah.
And I love that for you though, brother, because honestly, there becomes a point in your life where that life is tired.
Yeah, well,
You're
you
tired.
need to be comfortable being at home with each other.
And beautiful saying, because when you're at home, comfortable in your bed, and you can turn on whatever on TV, that is a super flex, because it's not everybody's bread and butter.
No.
And I will say, Chris and I will have our dates, and then we'll get in bed, and my sweetest of angels falls asleep. That's okay. I'm okay with it. I used to be bothered by it, but you know what? I am glad he is safe at home. He is in bed. He is safe, and I will watch whatever that comes on TV. So it really is quite a flex. You and Bailey are in. Honestly, I think you're in for the best part of life. Like, you are now reaching that point where it is so nice to just be safe at home.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll
enjoy
go
each
out.
other's company. I was gonna say, I see you guys doing cute things
We'll
out.
go out. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
our dates, but it's us two. It's not
Yeah.
like the group festivities. She'll literally if it's like a birthday or an event, we'll be there, and 10 p.m. hits, and Bailey literally will text me and give me the look like, okay, that's enough social activity.
I'm
today."
done. My battery is done.
Yeah, there's a guy throwing up in the corner. It's time for us to go home before we have to help out with that.
Yes, baby brother.
I want to put my sweatpants on.
I'm like,
At your particular graduation, I had to excuse all your friends because they were behaving insane.
I was just along. I was watching the show.
We have to always bring up that I was with my brother-in-law, Peter, and he and I were just chatting along when one of his girlfriends came up and said, where do I put these dishes? And she had washed paper plates. Passengers, she had washed some paper plates.
She was so drunk she washed paper
It
plates.
was so funny because Peter was like, in the garbage.
Yeah, but you're leaving out the part of the story. Each one of you, while she was in the process of washing the paper plates, saw her and then poked the other like, are you witnessing this? And all of you were like, just let her learn. She has to learn. Like
I
that.
don't know how she does it in her house.
Hey,
I was entertained.
I was just like, this is fun.
Well, I had no idea until she came up to me, and I was with my brother-in-law Peter, and he was like, in the garbage.
Oh my god.
Passengers, now we've reached the point where me and my beautiful siblings that I adore more than anything are going to be asked by Control Tower some questions. And go.
Oh boy.
If you could switch places with any one of your siblings, who would you switch with?
Ooh.
Oh my god, that's a hard one.
Deep.
Steve.
Oh gosh.
Steve, I want zero responsibility.
No,
Amen.
Animals.
Oh my
Those
gosh.
are animals. Nobody needs to fuck
No,
with all of
Stacy
that.
knows how stressful a beagle
I
can be.
know.
Animals.
Oh,
I like
shoot.
farm animals.
Who would you switch places with?
Oh God.
I know that's a hard one. How long? How long?
A day. Let's give a day.
An hour?
It's been a
I was like, hours so easily.
A day. A day.
Okay, maybe Stacy. I need to know what it's like with a high school crew.
Oh.
Oh.
You'd be in the yard.
And in the yard.
With her crazy utensils.
I like sunlight. I like
I
being
would-
outside.
I would merely switch
And
with my
then
brother.
with adult-
He
with-
makes
with high
his
school
life
children.
with no children.
Well, that would be ideal for sure. But we
That's
can't
where I'm
all
at.
switch, do you?
Okay.
I
But
know,
but in the
that's
case of
tough.
having children, I'd want to know, like, you know, high school life, because I'm still knee deep in the little kid
Our
life.
control tower, Leanne, is a faux pas. She is a freak of nature, and not everyone's like her. She is literally amazing,
This is true.
easy, but I would still switch with Steve.
Spend the day with Leanne. It's hard. I feel like I would want to see how each of you are, like, a day, and but it's like so. Everybody's so different. Like, I'd want to see what the high school is like.
3,
So probably
2.
Bonnie.
There you go.
Gun to your
Just
head.
because I want to take a peek at the you teach middle school. So just to peek, just to see what other middle schoolers are like, because mine are. I had my experience, so I'd kind of be like, and then I know I would be annoyed where to be.
Instantly.
Instant.
I would be like, the BO is out of control.
Who would you switch with?
Gosh, that's hard.
It is.
Gosh, and all of you are gonna be like, oh my god, you're gonna be like, why her?
Who would you switch?
I don't know.
About to do another count-off.
Any, many, You woke up Freaky Friday.
I don't know,
What would you be
being-
most
Oh
like?
my God,
Holy
Freaky
shit!
Friday.
I'm part of
Being
that.
out here,
You wake up next to Christmas.
Well, I guess I would be Stacy for a day to see, because it's a whole other city, a whole other lifestyle. Since we've been out here, like I came out here a million times as a kid, but now I'm an adult. I'm curious what day to day is like out here.
Absolutely.
But-
Absolutely. All right, Leanne, what's another question?
What is a quality you most admire about one another?
I love that. Darn it.
That's
darn
deep.
it,
We're going
darn
deep.
it, We're going deep. What's yours? Darn it. Oldest to youngest. Oldest to youngest.
But Bonnie's gonna have like some beautiful thing. Like, your hair is Aaron.
You really got your hair in today.
I love the fact that Steven always listens to advice. He's very well-rounded in that way. He's not stubborn and rejectful like I am. I'm like, no, fuck you and fuck everyone. And I'm going to go figure it out on my own. I admire that
I'm like, I don't know why you gave me that advice.
in him, that he's always been able to sit and take things in and be like, okay, I'll take it or leave it, but I'm going to let it settle and simmer for a bit. And then Stacy, the fact that she can just always be her nurturing, loving, bubbly, funny self, but
I nurture you.
but with a little bit of attitude.
And that's
I remember that last tidbit.
Baby, you're gonna be ready for the streets.
Yes.
Because people are gonna be
Amen.
Yeah. So she doesn't just
Amen.
coddle, She gives you a little bit of that tough love, and
I'm
that's
like,
anybody she
You
loves.
smell today.
And that's anybody she loves. So that's admirable in the
you.
sense that you
have
not
no
only
posture.
love, but that's, to me, that's love. Because you don't just love people
You need to tone it
the
down.
way you want to love them. Like, you've also got to tell them and, call them on, whatever it is you need to nitpick and criticize, because that's love, but in a loving manner. So,
Your
and her
true
bluntness,
love will tell you.
Yes.
and then Carla, her ability to always entertain, like, that's a quality that I admire, simply because not everybody has that. But how you can get yourself in a little bit of trouble sometimes with no filter. But at the same time, but and those that love and know her, it comes without explanation, so being able to always be that creativity side is admirable. So, and all qualities that I don't have. I'm not creative. I am not a listener or appreciator, and I am definitely not a nurturer to everybody. Only
I
my
think
children.
Bonnie answered that
So-
absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. That was perfect.
Oh.
Give it to me.
That was so sweet.
That
You always
was.
have your way with words. So.
If each one of you was an animal, what animal would you be?
Oh my
A
god.
horse, all the way.
A wolf.
I want to be an eagle.
That was genuine. She was like, I've been waiting for this.
My whole life for this question.
Do you have a genie in a bottle? Can we wish for this?
And what is yours?
Well, I'm obsessed with the ocean. I would be a dolphin. They're like the
I
bullies
see
of the
that.
ocean.
I
Like,
see
Wow.
that. I see that.
That's so sweet. Yeah.
That was beautiful, brother. I really
So
appreciate
you all
that.
so water, land, and I'm in the sky.
Pooping on everyone.
And if I wasn't a horse, I'd want to be a sea turtle. So it's one or the other. I'm
You're a horse.
always torn
You're
between
a
both.
horse.
Every time I do one of those tests, I get otter.
Well, thank you guys. It means the world to me, and I am so grateful that we are here to celebrate our control tower.
This is rare. This is rare.
This is
Yes.
so rare, and I
And
cannot.
in Georgia, are you kidding me?
And in
Wow.
Georgia. It's
It takes a
amazing.
lot to get everybody out here. Leanne's graduating. Look at you.
And she brought. Oh, nobody died, and we're all here.
Oh my
I don't even know what to say.
I gotta get on the plane.
Steven, thank you guys for coming out. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and thanks for catching another red eye with us. Bye, guys. Hey, passengers. Thanks for catching a flight with me. Don't forget, like and subscribe.